Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. It's me again, Teacher Kent. And today we're going to talk about something a little bit more interesting because today we are talking about fossils. I think most of you already know what a fossil is, but for those of you who don't know, it's time for us to look and to study what are fossils and how they are connected to rocks, specifically sedimentary rocks. So, are you ready to learn more about fossils? If you are, then let's start. So, today is all about fossils. Let me just make my picture a little bit bigger so you can see my reactions. Or I'll put it down here. Okay, maybe I'll just put it up here. That's much better. Okay, let's start. Fossils are preserved remains or traces of living things. So fossils, they used to be living things. They used to be something that was alive at a certain point in time. Fossils normally form in sedimentary rock. Remember what I said at the beginning? Fossils and sedimentary rocks go hand in hand because fossils can usually be found in sedimentary rocks. Hard parts are the only parts of an organism that leaves a fossil. So, if there is a specific hard part or hard part of a body of a living organism, those hard parts are usually the ones that remain as fossils. So, let's say, for example, there is a fossil about us, humans, or old humans from when there were dinosaurs. If we find fossils about old humans, we will see that our human body, the hardest part, of our human body is our bones. So that means that the hardest part of our human body are bones, and that will be the part that you will see when you find a human fossil. Hard parts, let's examples are bones, shells, teeth, seeds, and woody stems. So even plants, there are fossils that come from plants or plants that are very hard before. So bones, shells, and teeth, even our teeth, they come from fossils. That's right. Let's continue. There are 5 types of fossils found in rocks, and those are 1, the molds, 2, the cast, 3, the petrified fossil, 4, the carbon films, and the 5, the trace fossils. Now, if you look at this specific, the spider inside a rock or a crystal, I think that is a petrified, or that's a cast, either a cast or a petrified fossil, because it completely surrounds a dead living thing. For me, those are one of the most amazing fossils because you can clearly see a living thing inside it. Well, it's no longer living, it's obviously long gone, but I still think they are pretty awesome. So let's continue, okay? Other fossils may be found in tar, amber, or ice. So some fossils can be found in, or most of the fossils are found in sedimentary rocks. But some fossils, they can be found in tar, amber, or even ice. Because for those of you who don't know, tar, it's something like oil or it's a dark substance. It's like very dark and it's very sticky. So when an animal is stuck in tar, slowly and surely, that animal will go down and the tar will cover all of the animal. Some fossils can be covered in amber, and amber is like a different type of thing, not a thing, but a different type of substance, or ice. Okay, some fossils are covered in ice. Next, large beds of sedimentary rocks indicate a former marine or aquatic, semi-aquatic environment. Okay, so what does this mean? When we humans try and dig up sedimentary rocks near the ocean or on inside the ocean, usually we will see a lot of of fossils, specifically animal fossils or fish fossils, because their bones do not float to the surface when they die. Assuming that they died and they were not eaten by other animals, when they die, they fall to the bottom of the sea floor, and slowly and surely other animals will eat the other parts of the animal, except for the bones. And the bones will be covered by different sand or different like rocks that are constantly being moved because of the ocean. There are actually a lot of fossils we can find under the sea. But the problem is, it's hard to get them because humans, it's even hard for humans to like go down to the bottom of the ocean floor because at the bottom, there is an extreme amount of pressure. It's so much pressure that when a human is at the bottom of the sea, the human will become slowly compressed like this. So what did we do if we want to go to the bottom of the ocean? We invented different types of submarines. We even invented a submarine that is remote controlled, meaning there is no humans inside it. So humans can safely watch or go to the bottom of the ocean without worrying that if something happens, they will surely be stuck at sea. Anyway, let's continue. Sedimentary rocks form when sediments, sand, silt, mud are hardened into stone as the environment changes in response to changes in climate or geography. We've already talked about sedimentary rocks, right? Where they come from. They basically come from sediments. And not only that, they form layers because a lot of different like substances like rocks, sand, slit, and mud, they cover those specific type of rocks. And after a long time, they become sedimentary rocks. Next, the presence of fossils in sedimentary rocks indicate that the past environment supported life. So if you find a fossil inside a sedimentary rock, that means that a few years or maybe thousands of years ago, there used to be a living environment. There are living things there because something died there. So obviously, something also lived there. Let's continue. These are some common marine fossils. Ammonite fossil from the British coastline. Ammonites were the dominant life form on Earth at one time and resembled the modern day squid. Oh, according to scientists, before when the Earth has a very big land. Okay, here's a small theory for you. Some scientists believe that the Earth before it only had one very big country, just one very big country. But over time, because of the currents or the movement of the Earth around the sun, the country slowly crack and drift away. Okay, so assuming, let's assume only, okay, that that is true. Only 30% of the world had land up until now. 70% is made of water. And 70% made of water, there were a lot of ammonites. These things, they resemble modern day squid. Do you know that if you do not kill a squid, it can virtually live for up to thousands or hundreds of years if nothing touches them? Because squids and jellyfish, they don't really have any diseases. So they don't get sick. They don't also grow old like us humans. So they can live for a very, very long time. And these are like the ancestors of the modern day squid, the ammonite fossils. Okay, how are fossils formed? For an organism to be preserved, it must be in an environment free of oxidation and bacterial decay. The organism must be quickly buried by sediment and must be shielded from oxygen. Environments that are covered by water are more likely to preserve organisms. Okay, so first things first. In order for the fossil to be preserved, there must not be any type of bacteria, or there must not bacteria, but there must not be a lot of oxygen. Why oxygen? Because oxygen combined with rotting flesh will slowly have a chemical reaction that will slowly call forth other animals. Let's say a bull or let's say a tiger died. The other animals will then eat the body of the tiger. When that other animals will eat the body of the tiger, the bones will be scattered all around, right? So it cannot be, the bones of the tiger will not become fossils because they will be scattered all around. Other animals will eat them. So the best place to find a fossil is under the sea or oceans or places that have a whole lot of water, like swamps, deep tar pits, and oceans. Because when the animal dies, like you see in the picture, it will go down to the ocean floor. Yes, some animals might eat it, but usually bacteria will be the ones that eat it. And the bacteria, they don't really eat bones. So what will happen? The body of the fish will be eaten, but the bones will remain intact. Here's also another thing. Remember that sometimes there is tar or amber. If an animal who is dead is covered by something, and that something does not have like many bacteria, then they will also preserve or become fossils. That's why deep lakes, tar pits, or even oceans, or even swamps, which has a lot of animals, but have a lot of water, they tend to be the perfect places to find fossils. And that's it for today. I'll just give you a small summary of what we're going to discuss next time. I will see you then. Bye.